can't escape from the team. Call the morning steam, it's time to break, run for cover. Bet's gonna cover, bet's gonna cash. Call the morning steam, it's time to break, run for cover. Bet's gonna cover, bet's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
And a pleasant good morning to you coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show for Wednesday, October 15th. We've got Major League Baseball on tap tonight with the American League Championship Series and that 2-0 lead, and we'll see what happens when Bieber goes up against Kirby tonight. Really expecting a good one, man. There's going to be some pitching going on tonight in the American League Championship Series. That's what it feels like to me. We'll talk about it here on the Morning Steam Show. And there's a couple of college football games tonight as well, I guess, to keep an eye on. And also a 4-game NHL slate. And maybe we'll even talk a little pro basketball here. And hope you guys had a great time last night with us here on the Sports Money Network as we had Dana White's Contender Series. And wow, what a night we had with the 6 fights. There were some good ones. There were some awkward ones. And man, there was one spinning elbow that left Dana White saying the F word, mouthing the F-bomb. What a shot we saw in that one. And fun time last night with the guys with some winners. We had some winners there for sure last night. Hope you did too. Stopping by and joining us on the stream, and a great season as well with the guys. 10 weeks of Dana White's Contender Series, and I know they're a tough handicap for sure, but you do get some excitement. I just think it's a great program, and maybe it'll grow. You heard what the guys said last night. And good to see some folks coming into the chat. We'll wait to get some people in here right now. Jimmy's here this morning. Thank you, Jimbo, and also Timothy Hawk as well is ready. I imagine it won't be too big of a show here with not too much going on. We're just about set to get into some real sports betting action here this weekend, and then before you know it, it'll be college basketball, and we'll be jam-packed every night to the Raptors. Hope you love college basketball like I do. We're just a few weeks away from college hoop pretty much every night. Hey, there's Nuke ready to go here with me this morning. We're going to talk, well, a few games that we got, but let's talk about the games from last night here and get ready for today's action and how it relates. I mean, we know that it will be the National League with the day off, but the Dodgers last night handled the business there pretty good there on Milwaukee. 5-1, pretty much a dominating victory to take a 2-0 lead in the series. Yoshi Yamamoto basically gave up a first pitch home run to Jackson Chourio, and that was pretty much it. Yamamoto, a 3-hit complete game for that one. Max Muncy, Teoscar Hernandez hit solo home runs, and Shohei Ohtani even chipped in with a RBI single. So Milwaukee is down 2-0 right now, and heading back to LA and their off day Wednesday. And in LA, Tyler Glasnow is going to be on for the Dodgers. So good luck, Milwaukee. It's been a great season. But these Dodger starters are dominating right now, saving those innings on the bullpen, which makes them that much more effective. Dodgers starters 6-1 with a 1.65 ERA in 7 postseason games right now. Milwaukee, admirable season and effort, but just running into the juggernaut that is the Los Angeles Dodgers right now. And we'll get into that Seattle game today with Kirby and Bieber. All right, college football last night. Hey, I don't think I could find but one winner on the card last night, and that was with Arkansas State, as they were able to get the cover there against South Alabama. And some good finishes there in the Sun Belt for sure. Also on the ice, I brought home some winners here on the morning steam, including Tampa Bay and Washington game 2 go under. We also had Nashville and Toronto over here on the show yesterday. And we had Dallas on the puck line as a winner here on the show as well. And also there was some NBA preseason action. We brought home some winners with Milwaukee yesterday, getting the points against OKC. New Orleans getting the points against Houston. Brought that one home on the morning steam in Denver, minus the points as well. And we had Phoenix there coming back in the second half. So not bad. 4-2 there in NBA preseason. We're going to try it again tonight. Not many games, so been enjoying the tennis action here this morning. Watched the United States defeat Australia 2-1. Nobody was surprised, right, when their star was taken off the field there for a short stint, just basically the first half there, or 20 minutes, whatever it was, with Pulisic getting taken out of the game, but U.S. won it 2-1 in that friendly, and we saw England advance in the World Cup yesterday, and a couple of other teams as well, including Qatar. And I did just see moments ago, Mercedes did announce their move for 2026 with Russell, going to be the lead. Certainly, they're going with the veteran and the youth, basically with going with Russell and Antonelli. Next season in 2026. I don't know how that was expected, so I don't know how it'll shake down there necessarily. Next season just kind of commits Mercedes going with their balanced approach of experience and youth. I guess teams like, we knew Max wasn't going to be able to make that move anyways, but we'll see. I guess Leclerc and maybe Sergio Perez are still looking around trying to figure things out with Red Bull, Ferrari. We'll see if there's any changes there. Okay, let's get rolling here a little bit. Say hello to some folks. And Nuke says, everyone, like this video, subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube, fastest growing sports betting channel on YouTube. We're going to have coverage tonight with Sean Fox here with his unique brand of live betting action. We're taking a look tonight, certainly at the couple football games and hockey games as well, and the baseball game with Sean. But you just wait till NBA. I'm sure he'll be firing a little bit with these 4 games tonight. But you just wait till the regular season with Sean. You already know how he's dealing in the live betting realm, and you'll see it in action on Wednesday nights on his show. Jimmy Lambeau, hello. D Money here. Blake is here as well. Timmy Chushu ready to go here for a Wednesday. I don't have much time to spend with you here, I guess, with, I don't know, what would you call it, 10 or 11 games? I know there's some great tennis action, I said, going on right now. And don't forget, we do have more UFC this weekend here on the Sports Money Network on Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 Pacific. We'll have UFC coverage from Vancouver this week with that main event between DeRitter and Allen, middleweights here in this one, with DeRitter kind of the featured man. And we'll have coverage on Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 Pacific. Of course, that'll include some college football coverage as well that we'll be keeping an eye on. And we'll have a great time with another great UFC card here. You can get the preview for this week's fights by going to the live tab and checking out VB MMA picks. This week we had Big Marcel, one of the best UFC or MMA journalists in the world. And, of course, with DeRitter, we had to bring on Big Marcel. But, hey, if you're not following Big Marcel, then who are you getting your information from when the biggest fights are announced? No one's quicker to the draw than Big Marcel. Give Big Marcel a follow, man, if you want to get the latest matchups. You think I'm just a big UFC fan or man who follows it here with the guys and keeping them up to date? They're elite cappers, and I try to keep up with them. And I do it by following Big Marcel. He's always got the latest matchups there on his feed. And he was our guest this week. All right, don't forget to comment in the chat, and that way you can win a subscription to some plays from me. I did bring home some winners already overnight, including winners in tennis. I had McDonald over Struff. I had Kaboli over Hijikata. These were game spreads in there. And just completed, we had Mutet over Shevchenko. So brought home 3 winners. I think it was 3-1, and we're in action right now as well in another match. So we're trying to bring one home, but it's going to be close. As long as we can win the match, though, we're okay because Zoomer won the second set 6-2, and right now it's 5-5 in the third set. It still might be good. Let me see. That's 7. That's 17-14, so we're in there. We've already won 17. No, I think he's still got to. It's 17-14, and if he win, well, it's going to depend on this tie. It could be a tie break in here right now. All right, doing some quick math. Quick math in there. Oh, Kaboli. We did have a pick on Kaboli here as well. And he did get it done over Hijikata. Oh, I think I mentioned that already. Anyways, I'll get on with the show here. Thank you for joining me in the chat. But anyways, go over to winnable.com/Ramon, and you can subscribe to my picks over there using the promo code STEAM. Save 20% with that code. And if you want to subscribe for $19.95 a month, it'll get you down to about $16, about 50 cents a day to get a couple of updates from me daily with more picks. I'm going to try to give you a bunch of winners here on the show in just a moment. But if you want to get more picks from me in a timely fashion delivered straight to your phone, go over to winnable.com/Ramon and use that promo code STEAM. Hey, I have a $5 package. I'll set you up with 5 days of access, $1 a day if you want to try it out this weekend. Today would be the perfect day to sign up for that. Take you right through Sunday and even into Monday. So check it out over at winnable.com/Ramon and join our team here at Winnable. All the guys are signed up now, and it's just great. I tell you, it's a great way to deliver more picks from the guys. I subscribe to all of them, of course. All right, and let's see. Blake is here as well, and Timmy Two Shoes says, "Let's go Jays." You know what? They're going to have a crowd there, at least in Seattle. I mean, if you have to say one thing right now about the Jays and this upcoming game, is they're going to be well represented. There, we heard from, remember, Rod in the chat said, and I mean, it is one of the stories right now, at least one of the positive stories here for Toronto to try to get it done will be to have some representation in that crowd. I mean, it's not going to be like they're at home, but because that Seattle crowd's pretty good too, but there will be Jays fans. They're rooting for them. Let's get into it. All right, and you got Bieber coming in here against Kirby. I would expect nothing but hot pitching. I might be a little bit contrarian if you want to go over, and I know there's some sharp action here that might be on this over a little bit. I mean, it opened at kind of 6.5 under 15, but right now there's mostly sevens out there. I'm not saying all the books open 6.5, but some of them did. The sharp ones did, and now we're definitely dealing at 7 over. I gotta update it on the screen. I mean, it's clearly 7 over, at least minus 115 right now. If you want that, be my guest. I think this game's going to be 2-1. Maybe every game Seattle's been at home has been 3-2. Every one of them, right? So why wouldn't this one be 3-2 with this pitching? You know Bieber is going to deal up. Look, I might not be on Toronto here. I think this will be that close. We may get into a situation where just that slight home edge. I mean, it's down. It says $1.35 on the screen, but you look, even the offshore books right now are clearly down to $1.25. The move is coming in on the Blue Jays and the over tonight. I don't know if I can get with that right now, and maybe the Blue Jays can make a series of it, but man, if I'm not on the under here, then I don't know what I'm doing. So I can't go anything but under. Maybe the bats will show up. There are a few sticks in the lineup tonight with some matchup history, decent matchup history with the opposing pitcher here in this one tonight. Let me give those to you right now and tell you who maybe to look for in some of your prop betting. Here this evening, J.P. Crawford, he's 6 for 12 against Bieber. He really represents probably the only chance if you go by the matchup. It's not that extensive, although Bieber has been terrific when pitching in his career in Seattle. We know he's had a long career, but the lineups have changed a little bit, but does own some of these guys for sure. Here does Bieber. He's J-Rod is 1 for 9 against him. Raleigh is 2 for 8. Rosarena is 0 for 5. And just goes to show you some of the dominance of Bieber. And he'll be striking these guys out for sure here tonight. Bieber is going to be dealing. And if you want to take Seattle, you're going to have to beat them. But it looks like there's value to me on Seattle now with this move here to Toronto. Now against Kirby, there are some M's again, there are some J's that have some good matchups against him. Santander, 6 for 15. You've got Springer in there, 3 for 8. Jimenez. Let me see here. On the flip side, not too much going against them, but both these pitchers will show good statistics against the opposing lineup here, especially with the control. Kirby in 68 plate appearances by Toronto, just 1 walk. I'm going with the under. Let me hear from you guys in the chat here right now. And Jimbo is going to go over, though. And Nuke says what every Jays fan's thinking right now is who's going to get the base hits, especially when you're looking at these numbers right now. The Blue Jays basically have 4 runs and 8 hits in the 18 innings so far, and that's just a problem when Seattle's had just a little bit more. And not to mention the 10-run game, but that one was kind of getting away anyways. Thank you, Action Jackson, for some boxing action here. That's awesome. And Action Jackson's bringing it your way here with a pick and the television. I mean, this is full service handicapping here with our chat all-stars. That's why it's widely related. You know, if you're typing the right prompts into Chat GPT and ask about the morning steam and Ramon Scott like an egomaniac like I did, it might even return you results that say his famous chat all-stars. How about that? Might even mention the owners of the channel. Hey, you know what it is with Chat GPT? If anybody's not winning handicap or using AI, they're just not putting in the right prompts. Okay. Timmy says all the pressure's on Seattle. Yeah, and we see the statistics too. I mean, Toronto's never come back from this situation in 3 previous attempts, losing the first 2 on the road. And remember, it's a 25 of 28 in the 7-game era that have never come back from the 0-2 deficit to overcome it. 3 times it's happened. The 3 times it did happen, however, were all in the World Series. All right, and Nuke's going to take Bieber here. You got it. I mean, he's your hope here, and I would say Nuke. I mean, I've already seen, I think, some of the sharpest, if you know what I mean, analysts out there saying that Bieber is certain to deal here and likely to get over in his K-props tonight. Bobby Mack's there in the car. D-Money, Seattle and under. Mariners at home for Action Jackson. Timothy Hawks on the Blue Jays. And, yep, I'm going to take the under. I've got Bieber dealing. I think Kirby's going to be at least minimum Kirby, which might be enough against these cold. What happened to those Toronto bats? I mean, it felt like they were going to get it on there, and then boom, nothing. They went cold. And that jacket just hung there on a on a hanger so much it's got like. All right, let's get that jacket on, Blue Jays. I'm going to take the under here with Toronto and Seattle. The Nine Legacy's got a sweep in there. Hey, the only one that wants a Seattle Dodgers World Series is Japan. The advertisers are going crazy. That one thing that's going to, I'll say this, I'm not putting anybody into the World Series just yet, but there will be in sacrifice and in exchange for no East Coast teams in the World Series. If it is Seattle and the Dodgers, the audience from Japan might make up for it. They might. You got the two most popular teams in Japan by far. All right. You can vote. Ramon told you so. All right. Let's move on. I guess you guys are good picking this one with Toronto and Seattle tonight. May Toronto make a series of it? Oh, man, it's going to be close. I think it probably goes 2-1. May go 10 innings. May go 10. May go 11. I don't think it's going to go more than that. All right, there's college football tonight. There are a couple of games here. So yeah, we're back on it with some mediocre college football here tonight with Delaware taking on Jacksonville State here in this one. Let's get rolling with our college previews tonight. And let me make sure I got the right line up here too. I'm showing here currently.
Steam play.
I knew it. I knew it was coming, so I just want to pass this along right now. Steam is coming in right now on UTEP and Sam Houston. You don't have to believe me. That is a service that I use. If you know what Don Best is, a pretty famous line service. The bells and whistles around here are they are not me. It's naturally created. I mean, this is important betting information, not just some, toy. So the move is coming in right now on the under in UTEP and Sam Houston. Offshore here, we're moving to 46. A very sharp book here in Vegas has already dropped to 47. I don't know if the move is right here necessarily. I'm just telling you, it's on the move here lower right now across the board. DraftKings has just dropped themselves a half a point here to 46.5 over at minus 115. And the move is slightly here to Jacksonville State as well. It's down here to 2.5, a little bit of juice, still some 3 evens, but it's clear that there's a little bit of movement here on Jacksonville State as well. I'd say officially that steam came in on the under. Let me get into the analysis a little bit, but for those of you just joining me and wondering, if I'm just doing that for optics, or what is the audio version of optics, you guys? I claim myself an intellectual, but I don't know if on the fly I can recite what it is. Come on, you guys, help me out here in the chat. Let's get rolling here with this one between Delaware. I'm trying to figure out that I screwed up the graphic there a little bit. Sorry, that got my attention. Okay, here we go. Delaware and Jackson State. The strange thing about this game, of course, that Jacksonville's been nearly unbeatable at home, riding a home winning streak here. What is it, 7-8 games now that they've won consecutively, but they have struggled to cover, but that's usually when they're favored. Just 1-4 ATS. I mean, ATS is still going to be a measure, no matter if they're favored or an underdog of the betting public's perception. But when you've won all these games in a row, and you're going up against a Delaware team that is basically 2-12 straight up in the last 14 away games, dating back since they pretty much have come into FBS, it seems like that's got to raise concerns. But still, Delaware's favored in this game. Now, I think that the trends defensively here may kind of show an under in this one, but I think it's starting to pull me in here a little bit now that I'm seeing these 46s, these not 40, not that other game, at 57.5. We know it's going to be a high scoring game with both teams likely to be in the high 20s here. And I'm probably going to go over, even though it feels like these trends might suggest an under here. I just think the defenses aren't going to be enough here right now. Delaware's definitely a team to take note of right now at 3-2 overall. Put all those other Delaware woes aside, the team has looked pretty darn good here so far. And as for Jacksonville State, they're still a 3-3 club, and I think we're going to get a wild one, actually. I think the experts are kind of thinking under, but I want to go over. Let me get your comments in the chat here. Good morning to our Toms. And that's right, Nuke. So we just treated it like the Super Bowl if we can. Look at some of the personnel. We have time tonight to look at that. Nuke worker, Jacksonville State, plus those points. I'm just real skeptical. I mean, here's a Delaware team that never wins on the road right now, and Jacksonville State never loses at home, and Delaware's favored. But like I just said, the move is coming in on Jacksonville State, to be fair. Hey, Risha's here, and he likes the Mariners tonight. All right, well, I'm going to go over. I think I've made it clear. I don't think I can talk myself out of it this time. Like I said, I think if you look at the trends overall in this game, it kind of points to under with these two teams. But I'm going to bucket here in this one. I think that the Delaware much improved. They obviously have a much more prolific offense than what we've seen in the past here. And the other thing is, I think Jacksonville State, their games here in this stadium are often more like, look, if it goes under, I'll take the lot, but I guarantee it's going to be, 56. It's not like they're not going to be stuck in the high 40s, I guess is what I meant to say. If it goes under, I mean, it's going to be a miss by a 56 or something like that. All right, and that's it from you guys in that game. I guess I'll move on. I'll take the over. Okay, UTEP is taking. Okay, well, UTEP is taking on Sam Houston's. They're trying to fire this one up. You got 1-5 UTEP and 0-6 Sam Houston. This is the one where we're seeing the move here for sure. 46.5 pretty much everywhere. There's some 47s dragging. I gotta at least put 40. I think 46.5 seems fair right now on the 1 point move coming in right here on the morning steam show. That's why we're here. And like I said, I think this one too, we're seeing a slight move to the dog with Sam here in this one. And I'm going to move it to 2.5 anyways, because I'm going to end up taking Sam to get their I think they might even get their first win tonight. It's going to be hard to talk to someone in on the money line when the team is 0-6, but at least UTEP is 1-5. The home team usually covers in this series 4 straight, and I don't know where these teams have been, trajectory's been going right now, but UTEP is another one of those dismal road teams, just 1-9 straight up in their last 10 away from home. And both teams are shaky right now against the spread. They can't win. They can't even cover. So a lot of ineptitude in this one tonight. Sam Houston does have a massive under streak. I think 7 of their last 8 at home dating back to last year. But I think these defenses are so bad. I think they're going the wrong way with the total. I understand, sometimes you get some bad teams in there and you're going to get low offensive production, but Bearcats have actually gone over in 5 of their last 7 overall. And the games in this stadium do have a tendency to be a little bit higher scoring. It's just that maybe Sam has also been a little bit better more than a season and a half ago. But both defenses also allow chunk plays. I've seen it with my own eyes. So I think UTEP's offense might be in for a little bit of a breakout, but whether or not they can win this game, I'm not so sure. Neither team is doing anything to even come close to winning. So I just would rather take the points at home here with Sam Houston at 2.5 on the game of the night. See if anybody else wants to pick this one. All right. I got a couple more there back with you guys. Missed all these. Let me go here. Robert was on the under in the Jacksonville State game. And Eric Aceveto's here as well. He's got Seattle on the money line. And Timmy says the Delaware Jackson State. These kids can score on a Wednesday. He's on the over. Art Thompson likes the over in that one as well. Did I miss all these? And I just was getting all into it. UTEP there on the late game for Nuke. Twisted's got action here. Delaware, Sam, Blue Jays. I think these are just all those games. Blue Jays money line, Sabres money line, Mavericks minus the points, and the Hornets on the money line. Twisted's bringing it with some games there. All right, I'm taking Sam, Houston State. I'm putting extra. No, I'm not. I might with this schedule. All right. That was a look at the 2 football games. Well, look, we had the baseball game tonight. Hope Sean can get through. Hope Sean's going to do his show. Hope we have enough games for him to get excited. It'll be picking up. We know that. And I might try to fill in the gap on Tuesday nights once college basketball rolls around. Thinking maybe we come in with a little show like right at maybe 7, like at 8:30 Eastern, right when the first games are kind of ending, and just go through the finishes from those early games and transition into the late games of the college basketball finals show. And look, we have the other sports we can look at too. So I'm thinking that we might be able to do that. Keep the programming going here on the Sports Money Network. You guys have created such a buzz for us that we've got to keep the programming going and keep everything. Can't be losing traction here in a great season like this. Okay, hockey, I'm ready. And Zoomher did just win over Cena there in that match. Zoomher gets the win. And we had him minus 2.5 games. So I think we just crushed it there. Final was 19-15. All right. Good tennis card again. So please consider signing up. And it grades it right there. I think we can. Let me see if we can bring that in real quick. That's one of the things with the Winnable. They've really done a nice job on perfecting this. It does not all the matches get in there, but it does have here like some of the grading that comes in. Okay, there's the Zoomer. Look, the match just ended just a couple minutes ago, and there it is already graded in there with a win minus 2.5 games. McDonald was a winner in there. Kaboli was a winner in there. I did lose with Zukayev against Mitchelson. I mean, Mitchelson is just always over, here's a guy who basically is, covering the game spread in 40% of his matches here, or it might even be worse than that. He's had always overrated. He's a good player, and I just figured in Europe, Zukayev might be able to get Mitchelson dominated him, but Mutet over Shevchenko, and he did it also and covered the game spread for me and won it easily in 2 sets. So it's really cool how they have the grading there. There's the over last night from USA. I know you guys want to see some grading, and look, it's hard, man. I'm up here doing a lot of shows, but here's some good grading right here from the functions on the Winnable. It shows you in green those winners there. Okay. All right, let's keep the show going here right now and check out the action in the NHL here tonight with the Senators ready to go here. Let me make sure I get these goalies right as well. We did, let's see here. See if we get the updates. Oh, let me get rid of that graphic there. All right, there we go. Whoops. You guys there? There I am. Okay, got the Senators here going up against the Sabres in this one. I have the Senators road favorite here with Lena Solmar going up here with against Alex Lyon for Buffalo here in this one. For Ottawa here, look, it's been a rough start actually for both these teams, right? You got Ottawa coming in here 1-2, Buffalo 0-3 right now, and we're going to see two of bottom feeders in the Eastern Conference here. Historically, man, this matchup definitely favors Buffalo, especially at home. 5-1 at KeyBank in the last 6 straight up. The Sabres are not scoring anything, though, right now. They can't even score. It seems like they just have a couple of goals so far. And Ottawa's defensive lapses, however, and weak goaltending so far, maybe a breakout spot here for Buffalo tonight at home to pick up a win against looks like a subpar team here in this one. But can these offenses get going at all? Buffalo already feels like an automatic under in a lot of these games. They're not finding any rhythm offensively. So I'm going to have to start this one off with an under. I mean, it's clearly 6 maybe shaded to the under, and I think that's pretty nice that it hasn't gone to 5.5 or may not go to 5.5. So I'm going to have to go under as Buffalo. Right now, it looks like a low score, and if they win, I don't know if they can get to 4. We'll hear from you in the chat tonight in hockey, see what else is going on. Terrell went with UTEP back there. I think Twisted was saying Twisted about Jacksonville State riding with the Blue Hens. If it's over, then probably Jacksonville wins. Thanks, Twisted. Sorry I missed that. And Twisted's ready for the basketball. And look at that, Nuke, right? I mean, look what we're dealing with here. But again, like I said, I think if anything here with Ottawa right now as well. The over trends are there, but they've had some lapses, and I don't know if they can. They're not exactly world beaters here so far. We know that. Okay, let's see what else though. R. Thompson Sabres here, and over for Tim. Yeah, he's saying over here. The goal parlay, Thompson, Keller, and Cairo. Nuke says Ottawa's getting lit up. Nuke says got to go under though. All right, let's keep it going here. Get some good breakdowns here on hockey tonight, right? I mean, you know how, look, hopefully you respect it enough that when I try to do my best with my knowledge of hockey. I mean, there's some great folks out there. I mean, I'm a Southern California kid who grew up on LA Kings televised hockey. So how real can it be? I was before Wayne Gretzky. I used to love to watch the Triple Crown line. That's how old I am. Marcel Dion. And I thought it was cool, though, tonight. They had Teemu Selanne on that Ducks broadcast. And, man, I loved going to those Ducks games with Selanne. And the Ducks got that win last night. All right, I'm keeping it going. I'm keeping it real here with the Panthers. Taking on the Tigers, of course, yes. I see the baseball on the brain there already. Panthers and Red Wings. Maybe, I looked at Gibson. Maybe I said, it's Kirk Gibson pitching. They wouldn't pitch, but he was a pitcher at Michigan State. We know that. And a football player. All right, Panthers and Red Wings here. This one, we've got Panthers on the road. Look, the spot says Red Wings. I think the spot really does say Red Wings, but I can't do it. Let's see if I can talk myself into it, but I don't think I can do it. I mean, I'm trying to find every way to get on Detroit here, but I just can't do it right now, especially the way things are going. Florida's dominated this matchup. They've won 13 of 16 with Detroit. They look absolutely terrific so far at 3-1, right? Ticking over a little bit too as well. Look, Detroit, look, if anything, they're off to a solid start at 2-1, but you know how the Panthers are. With the aggressiveness, forechecking, and the special teams edge that they probably would have in this game as well. So, I mean, that eliminates the home ice advantage right there. Panthers are favored here, like I said, $1.40 max here pretty much everywhere. Probably too expensive to really suggest, but I don't want Detroit against these guys right now. Florida's depth here. Bob in net, right? We got Bob in net coming in here right now with a 1.67 ERA. Talbot, do I have Talbot in the graphic there? No, I have Gibson. Let me see what I get. I think it's Gibson. I think it's Gibson here today. Let me see though. A couple sites are showing Talbot. All right, maybe I have to draw it back a little bit. I think Gibby is the goalie here in this game, but correct me if I'm wrong, you guys. Tell me, but I think it doesn't matter. I mean, I want Florida here. I think if anything, it's a little bit of a discount. I saw this open as high as what, $1.61? I saw a $1.61 opener in this game. I'll tell you where it was at. I'm gonna have to go Florida in this. I know it's too square. Maybe it's too easy. It's even lower than $1. It's about $1.45. Let me get your plays in the chat in this one, you guys. Believe me, I was trying to get there on Detroit. I just can't do it. Red Wings home dogs. I don't know if that's what he's saying there. I think Panthers puck line. Nuke has it as a blowout. And that's right. Nuke is a Wings fan. That's right. Look, we got to be happy. We got to be pleased actually with the start. But I just think the dominance of Florida right now. I mean, I was talking about, I want to play Vegas here as my first futures at 10-1. But my goodness, I mean, Florida's look pretty good, and I don't know. I mean, the prices are still. It's not like Florida's going out there right now as a 3-1 or 4-1 favorite, to win the whole thing. I mean, it's almost like they're bunched up with all the other teams right now. Florida's at 9-1. They're behind Edmonton, Carolina, Tampa. Are you kidding me? Florida's the play, right? I might even do a Florida Vegas exacta right now. All right. Look at this. Oh, my goodness, right? Remember that game? All right, just give me Florida here. I promise you, it was all scratched out, and I was going to make but no way. All right. And Mike's got the numbers for us, of course. Yeah, Twisted. You know what? I understand Twisted, and I'm never going to fault you for going. We got to use everything in our arsenal. And if you like a game that's minus 200, you do it.
Final.
But just make sure you're taking some, if you're laying 200, you got to take 170 as often as you lay 200, you got to take the 170 as, on average equally as many times in everyday, high volume handicapping like I like to do. All right. On this show, actually we do try to keep it as close to minus 110 as possible. I think you guys know that. Sometimes that's why we give out the run line, the puck line, or the run line. You guys can make your own. You guys are adults here. I lost a Japan game last night. Should have been an under for sure. Okay, we're going to get to the late games now here right now, and go with the the Flames taking on the Mammoth. The Mammoth are here with, let's see, is it going to be Cooley? We talked about Cooley before. Did he get that last start? Let me see what's going on here. I think we have Cooley is confirmed in this one now. Right? Yeah, I think that's the kind of the news here. The Flames turned to Wolf in both games of their first back-to-back set this season, but they'll flip the script on this one on the tail end as they'll go with Cooley, his first start this season. The 28-year-old made his debut last year and was in 6 games, going 2-3-1, but a 4.98 goals against and an 87% save percentage. So, look, Wolf could go as many as 55 games this season, but you can't play him on every back-to-back, even though he's young. And Cooley gets the start here right now. And, well, talked about those puck lines a little bit. And might have to take the Mammoth here with the puck line in this one with the Cooley going up against Vejmelka. Vejmelka 1.98 goals against, 92% save percentage, and 1-1 record here thus far for Vejmelka. So probably going to try the Mammoth here. It feels like Calgary's kind of been giving up some goals here for sure. They've had success versus Utah, actually won 10 of the last 14, but man, right now, Utah at home, now that I got a nickname and everything, I don't know if that's changed anything, but I'm fired up about it. And they actually have shown to be a rapidly improving home team. I think they've got some money there with that family, and I think that's going to help Utah in the future. I think this is usually an over series, but I think Utah might stymie them here tonight. I'm going to take Utah on the puck line here in this one. I think it's going to be all Mammoth here tonight. I said Calgary's owned this series. I don't deny that, or dominated the series anyway. Let's see some picks in the chat. Phil Eagle Flyers back and in the fold, man. It's good to have Phil Eagle Flyer hockey season. So that shows Phil Eagle Flyers loyalty to the game, not just to this community and this show and me in the chat and Phil Eagle Flyers' awesome contributions during the hockey season, but true NHL fan to come in here and share his plays every day. That's what the type of chat all-stars that I look for. Senators, Panthers, Flames, and Blues. Thank you, Phil Eagle Flyer. Timothy's got the Mammoth team total over. And let's see, Twisted says he tries to play on those dogs more. Yeah, in hockey, right? You got to know when to zig and zag, I guess. And let's see, Timothy says Blackhawks on the puck line. Hawks have been getting it done. Oh, he's ready for the next game. Okay. Yep. I think, for me, I like to play a lot of high volume. I'm not going to be, going out there in games that I might bet at $2. I might not put out as a play at all, right? I'm like, oh, hey, here's a tennis match. And, well, you know what? I might play this $1.85 tennis player, but I'm not going to send it out as a play. But, I'm into the game spread. But sometimes there were just some players or, or some $1.50 dog or something. I don't mind those either. But, okay, Mike's on the Mammoth here. Talking a little betting philosophy on our light card here tonight. And the show will be over here momentarily. All right, next up, last game, Chicago at the Blues with Spencer Knight up against Jordan Binnington, I believe, are the expected goalies in this one. The Blues have already taken some overnight steam here, and we might get another. Well, let's see how you have it first. Let me not get all, after talking about these puck lines, get all out of control here a little bit. But Chicago, where's that comment? We just saw it. Chicago's covering every puck line so far. The team has improved. There's no doubt about it. Even if this overall record doesn't say so, they are 1-2-1. St. Louis is 2-1. The public's actually been pretty heavy on the Blackhawks so far. In fact, I think out of all the games, they might be taking the most ticket action anyway. I only look at tickets for the most part. All right, let me get into the breakdown here. But like I said, St. Louis already up here to 240 at some shops here right now. But Chicago hanging in there, no doubt about it right now. All right, let's break it down here a little bit. In this one with the Blackhawks here, it's been domination for St. Louis, no doubt about it. They've won 10 of the last 11 home games against Chicago, and also been very strong at home, dating back a little bit to last year. Chicago's kind of struggled against the Blues and that style that they have, the forward checking and the offensive ships, I think, are just more dominant in this series than Chicago. But I think Chicago has shown here to be extremely competitive so far this season. It's just that usually the Blues get off to such a fast start against Chicago. So as long as they can avoid giving up, too early and falling behind, I think that's where Chicago will have a better off chance of staying in this game and getting that puck line, because that's what I like as well, especially on the price. So that's certainly kind of what I mean about keeping the prices close there to minus $1.10 or so, because I think here in this one, I want to take Chicago here on that puck line, and it is at minus $1.30. Although, St. Louis certainly a good return here if you think they keep up that dominance. Like I said, the steam came in on them, but I take the Blackhawks here in this one to keep it close and get that puck line once again. I think it could easily be 4-3 here tonight. I don't think it's going to be 3-2. I don't know. I think 4-3. I might do an exact score line here at 4-3 tonight. Could be an overtime, could be a shootout. I'm going 4-3. All right, Philly Eagle Flyers going to be firing away. Yeah, good point there. Timmy does think that Knight is pretty legit here. 2.35 goals against, 92% save percentage. Bennington actually 3.5 goals against so far in 2 starts and an 86% save percentage. All right, I'm taking the Blackhawks on the puck line. Let's get into real quick. We're going to do some NBA tonight. And, this one will be a little bit of a different handicap. This one's more, hey, just trust me here. I'm market handicapping when it comes to the NBA. No wonder I'm more successful here a little bit. Really like this card, actually. Let's try to get some winners here. This first one is actually being played in Greensboro with the Grizzlies and the Hornets. It says that Hornets there. I think they're kind of the home team anyway, so I'll leave it as such. But Charlotte here is a favorite at minus 4.5. Now it opened as low as 1.5 overnight. We've already seen this kind of go up here coming into this one tonight, all the way up to 4.5. I mean, Morant is questionable with an ankle injury. Jackson's questionable here as well. Chances are those guys probably won't suit up, I would imagine. And been out already how many games. So Brandon Clark, though, is out. I think that one was kind of new news yesterday. And I think Grant Williams was out from yesterday. They said he was out with an ACL. Anyways, for what the Charlotte has moved up here higher in this one to 4.5, and the total's like up to 237 in this game. And look, we've definitely seen some overs, and this one might be an over too. The Grizzlies so far are 0-3, and they've been pretty dismal. Charlotte hasn't been much better at 1-2, but they've shown some scoring, actually. And going up against a Memphis team that's searching for rhythm, they might not have any defense out there for Charlotte tonight, actually. I think the Hornets have the athletes and the wing players kind of to get down and do what they want to do. I think that's probably why the move here is on the Hornets. I think it might be just be based on what goes out there tonight. Both defenses have struggled. So give me the over here in this one at 237. Going over. If you guys want to chime in, that's fine. Justin does have the Hornets minus 4.5. That's just. I can't believe Justin had it at 4. I figured he would have beat this line better. Usually when Justin's Mr. CLB, But still, it does feel like this is a runaway favorite right now. Could be going higher. Now let's see here. Timmy was talking about regulation there, 2-2. And Mike, he's on the Grizzlies. All right, let's keep it going here. Justin, I got Justin here to get with me here on some NBA tonight. And next up is the Blue Jays at the see at the Celtics. See what goes on here in my brain when you got three sports overlapping a little bit. The old man Ramon getting him a little bit confused. I mean, I got both teams wrong. Oh my God. Fire Ramon. That's just an all-time low. I mean, if it's only funny to us too. Like nobody would go viral or anything stupid like that. It's just you guys probably can make fun of me because you'd almost think that I did that like on purpose to make like, oh, look how funny Ramon is. No, I just typed in some other teams. But don't I have like 3 shows like exactly the same? You know how it is. Okay, enough humor. Humor me. The Celtics are up to 4 here, 230.5 here in this one. So let's see what we can do because both these teams, it seems like, have been among the top teams so far in the preseason, right? I mean, Toronto 3-1 here, and yes, they've did get blown out in one game, but they've been pretty consistent and had been very balanced actually. Boston, meanwhile, 2-1, and they really look good in those wins. They've blown out teams early, but then they've rested a little bit in the second half. You might look to a little first half, maybe with Boston. Now, Toronto's defense has held opponents to just under 113 points per game so far. The Raptors have some impressive depth here in the preseason. It looks like to me, keeping those second units in there pretty tight, and that's been interesting because of their success. But I'm gonna run the commercial here real quick because I need some Wawa.
Hey, it's Mikey Money here, letting you know the Sports Money team is live on Winnable. Come check out our best bets.
For a low monthly cost, you get the very best bets delivered instantly to your phone by text the moment they're locked in. No delays, no missed lines, just the smartest plays at the best odds.
We do the work, you get the plays, and they're sent right to your phone right when we drop them.
Don't wait, don't guess, don't miss the line. Join the winning team today and start cashing tickets with Winnable.
All right, when you're eating your pizza at 6 in the morning, it might, not all go down the right pipe. I'm back. That pizza was good, but it's getting a little old here at 6 in the morning. Let me finish this NBA segment in the show. Where were we? Woo. Good pizza. All right. Woo. All right. Hope that pizza stays down. All right. So anyways, 2 good teams here in the preseason. We read it all the way, right, with Boston's been dominant pretty much offensively here, but I expect Boston actually to pull back on their minutes here in this one, and I'm gonna take Toronto here in this one. You can hear me all show kind of fighting that pizza down the wrong pipe. Don't laugh, you guys. All right. I like that idea, Twisted. In fact, they've tried to get me to do a show like that, and I really want to do a show like that, but the couple times that I've had those shows, they didn't really get much traction. So I want to say hello to Jordy Fuentes here. Jordy, first time I've seen you in the chat, and thank you for helping me out. humoring me there a little bit as I took a swig of my Pepsi there and trying to get this pizza to let's keep it going and get this show over with. Thanks you guys for bearing with me. Justin and I were going to do shows together. You've seen it. You've seen us before, and get ready. Justin and I going to be coming at you.
Final.
Markel's ready for opening night. Hey, Yannick Hampman. Speaking of which, Justin just had a winner, just had a premium with Yannick Hampman. Just came through over Arnaldi in 3 sets. I'm going for a sweep tonight over there. All right, let me. Next up, the Clippers are taking on the Kings here. Clippers favored by 3.5. And the total here is at 226.5. This one's gone up a little bit. I think the Clippers have looked pretty sharp here in 2 games so far. One game they blew out Guangzhou. I don't know how much they can take credit for that one, but they've dominated with their best available players in there for sure. Sacramento, I think they're winless through 2 games and a total of 254 points allowed, I think, in the 2 games. So I think the Clippers have shown that they still have a deep bench. I mean, who knows where they're getting these guys and who's paying them. But the Clippers, I think their bench has actually outperformed expectations so far in those games. I don't think there's a lot of data here actually to go on in this game, but I'm actually going to take the Clippers, I think, to win this game at -3.5. Probably my least favorite of these games here, but all right. And let's see here. Justin does have it over there. And Mike says he's on the Kings. Right, Nuke? Well, yeah, but Nuke, the funny part of the story is, Nuke, is, I got this pizza last night after the MMA show. I ordered the pizza immediately, and that was at, like 8 o'clock my time. It's now 7 a.m., and all I've done is sit here and work on my sports content and my picks for the weekend, and basically ate a whole large pizza because the round table was $13, and that's a good deal. But I always feel compelled to eat it all because I don't want to reheat it. It's not quite as good. So I'm basically on the last piece, and I don't know if I'm going to make it to eat the piece. I'm going to make it through the show. All right, one last game, you guys. Humor me. The Mavs are taking on the Lakers, and look at this spread. I mean, it's 8 now. It's 8, and I was on a show last night talking about 4.5, and I'm like, look, this line's already shot up to 4.5 from because of we know that certainly Luka's not play a back-to-back, even though this game is in Las Vegas, and he went out of the game early there, I think, anyways. So the game's gone up to 8 tonight here, and it does look like it's going to be probably a blowout for Dallas here. It feels like over the Lakers here tonight. Dallas has been pretty efficient so far at 2-1, and they've done a pretty good job in those games. The Lakers do have that 1 win, but 3 losses, and I don't even know what they're doing with those lineups out there sometimes right now. It feels like they just are trying to see what kind of combinations might work in the preseason, much less the regular season, especially with, their stars basically not playing and looking almost like a G team there half the time. So maybe the energy from Vegas will propel Dallas here to beat this one. Now, they might not be totally motivated, actually. It almost might be time to take the Lakers at +8, quite frankly, but they might also beat them by double digits, the way the Lakers are going. But I mean, I'd rather take the Lakers with with like 8 points without Luka than 4.5 points with him pre-flop, if you know what I mean. Do you guys agree with that? So I'm going to play the total here, and I'm going to under for sure in this one with Dallas and the Lakers. The Lakers are having offensive issues. They're only scoring 103 points per game in the preseason so far. So it's going to be hard to trust them to get their share. It's just a matter of what Dallas wants to do. They can control the tempo for sure, and the Lakers haven't shot well enough to even think this will reach 215 points. All right, I better go and chug down a soda. Thanks, guys. I'll mute the button if it keeps up, but I'm gonna go. Yeah, that's exactly right there, Mike, right? All right, let's do the drawing here real quick and get out of here. I want to thank everyone for joining me here on the Morning Steam Show. And let's get that tool out here and type in the chat if you want to be eligible for the plays. I just showed you a bunch of winners, so wouldn't you guys like to be on board there with some plays? You can win 1 month worth of picks. A lot of you are already subscribers, and we've got several dozen subscribers, and I'm so thrilled and honored that many of you are in the chat right now supporting me here on the channel. Keep coming back here every morning and doing this is how it works on the Sports Money Network for me. Your support keeps me coming back here every morning, so make sure you're subscribing. You can do so by going to winnable.com/Ramon and use that promo code STEAM at checkout. If you win, after a month, it says it right there in the disclaimer, but you can cancel at any time. But the subscription will start. I just want to make it clear. But hope, if you're on top of it, if I had a winning month, please stay on board. If you're, not happy, no problem. But I'd always want to invite you back. And also, I just love to have your support. Really makes me honored. Here we go. I got it up here. I sound like The Exorcist. Okay, I'm just going to go. I'm having some technical issues, though. Nasty Nate, nice to have you. He scored there last night, 38.5-1 with an 8-team NHL parlay last night on that card. Did you have one pick in each game, Nate? Is that what it was? That's why it was an 8-teamer? Awesome. Man. Great job, 38.5-1 for Nate. Okay, let's just run it like this because I'm having trouble getting it to the right screen. But we've got Nate in there. We've got Nasty. We've got Nuke. We've got Mike. We've got R. Tomps. We've got Eric Acevedo. We've got Timothy Hawk, and the winner is R. Tomps. And I'll be so happy to get. Hopefully, R. Tomps is on subscription right now. If not, R. Tomps will have to re-sign up or reactivate, I think. But maybe I can figure it out, R. Thompson. If not, no big deal. You always do such a great job coming by and saying hi and making me feel special here on the Morning Steam Show. And I appreciate you very much. And I hope that the Niners can get healthy. And you've got to be excited with these receivers stepping up. Could have been a disaster. And not to say, I'm really bummed, though, actually, about Fred Warner. I think that actually is a huge blow. But with Jones and stepping up like this, I think they've done a nice job. And, on Thursday, we've got that game between the – oops. Oh, you guys, this show has totally gone down from here. I can't get the right – Here we go. All right. The Bengals are playing the Steelers on Thursday night, and I just want to ask you here. Are you sure you didn't win before our Toms? Maybe you were gone. Okay, I hope you're all signed up, but if you're not, just use the promo code WINNER if you want to get the subscription going. And just get 1 month and put winner in there. When you put winner in there, it charges $0. There's $1 charge back, but it's just like your Apple Pay. You click on it, and I'm not going to ever charge you for anything you don't want to be charged for. But it'll be free on a 1 month subscription for you. Okay, but I want you to take a look at the Bengals' upcoming schedule. I know they've been one of the worst teams there. Could you believe that, Nasty Nate? That Quan, man, he came in there. You know what? Now that you look at, I respect the one championship, but he got beat. And when you come in, you know what? lift a weight once. Even I do some push-ups here. I'm 57 years old. I mean, I feel like sometimes the only reason I keep going is because of my. I haven't gone to leg day in 3 years, but doing those push-ups, man, and try to build yourself up a little bit, okay? Jesus, what's going on, Quan? I mean, don't worry about going up to the next weight class. He looked good until he didn't. He looked like he was a little frail in there, Nate. But those were some good fights, and that man with the back fist, with the back elbow, and they put our man down. They put our man in the main event there. Should have been that other fight for sure. They had couple of good fights in there, and he said he was almost gave that second contract away. All right, now I feel all better, and I want to keep talking here because I've recovered a little bit. But that's it for the morning's team. They're actually joined tomorrow. Here we'll be here at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. But what I was saying was I want you to look at the Bengals' upcoming schedule. I mean, they're not done. They're not done, maybe. If they can upset Pittsburgh somehow with Flacco, you put Flacco in there, changes things maybe a little bit. Yeah, maybe Pittsburgh can get after it, but maybe not. Remember, Pittsburgh's defense is looking down right now. So if they can come up with an upset here, look at the Bengals' schedule the next couple of weeks. They might recover here. Well, they suck, but you know what? Watch out. All you got to do is win the division somehow. And remember, Ravens are they're going to have their own set of struggles. All right. Thank you for joining me here on the Morning Steam. Join Sean tonight for the Betting Throwdown. Mikey Money, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific. VB MMA Picks has you covered with UFC Vancouver, UFC 320 with De Ritter and Allen. Middleweights here this Saturday night. De Ritter comes in off that win over Whitaker in that fight night main event in July. Allen comes in, snapped a 3-fight skid last time out over Marvin Vettori in the fight of the night at UFC 318 in a -185 favorite. And of course, he replaces Hernandez. He replaces Fluffy in here 1 month ago. So De Ritter's the featured guy. All right. I hope that's going to do it here. Have a great day, and join me back here tomorrow. For the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
Oh, what you thought? It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the Morning Steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.